Oh, hello.
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 How are
Shine.
you?
How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, there's a lot of noise in the background, actually. I don't know if it's my end or yours.
uh, Quite mind. No. I don't have any background noise.
It's died away now. Yeah, it's a lot better. I think
Uh,
I think putting your earphones in helped. Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Actually, that's an interesting word you've used there, plain, because we can use that in a second. Let me yeah, let me just adjust that and adjust that. Yeah, because do you know that the word plain is, now let me get this right, it's a homophone? Homophone?
Homophone. Okay. Plain.
Mm-hmm. Plain. So there's plain in the air and there's the plain background. Yeah. They're
Yes.
spelt differently, but they're pronounced exactly the same. And that is one of the things that we use around humour, is to look out for those words because they form what we call puns. So have you come across that term before? Puns.
No.
Right. Well, pun is singular, puns plural. So a pun is a play on words, basically. But very often it's using homophobes, hominins, and similar. I forget what the other one is. You probably know better than me because you're the grammar expert.
No, I'm not. I'm learning.
It's heteronyms, isn't it? Which is a word that has the same spelling but a different pronunciation and meaning.
Yes.
So it's things like lead and lead. Lead and lead is a heteronym. Yeah, shall I write that for you? At least you've got it. That's about as much grammar as you're going to get out of me today, I think. Let me. Oh, I'm getting confused with all these different things. There is still a lot of noise in the background. Is it hot where you are then? You need a fan.
Uh, Little bit. Now it's a winter season in India.
Uh huh. And what temperature is it where you are?
Today it's quite hot. I think I'll check. It's not so cold today. 21.
21. 21. Here, here. That's what the temperature is here. 1.
Oh, it's so
1.
cold.
1. Yeah. Freezing. Yeah. 1. I mean, it's not what
But
it's not in here. In here, it's fine. Out there, out there, 1 degree,
okay.
and it's been as low as minus. I think it got to -6
Oh,
recently. Within the last week or so, it's been -6. Really cold. Yeah.
okay.
Oh
Where are you now? In London, I think.
no, I'm not in London. I'm in Scotland. I'm near to Edinburgh.
Scotland.
Yeah, I'm in the countryside, but the nearest big city is Edinburgh, which is
Okay.
the capital of Scotland. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. London's a long way away. Different country.
Okay.
Okay, so we're talking about jokes, talking about puns, um, and puns are really popular here in the UK. Um, I'm just trying to think about how to do this lesson to get you to talk, but because otherwise I'm just going to be telling you lots of things, and you're not actually going to get any practice. Um, so, do you know any jokes at all in English?
Now, that's why I want to learn.
I thought you might say that. Okay. Okay. So, have you ever heard of a dad joke?
Now,
Okay. A dad joke is a joke that's usually made by middle aged men, usually fathers, which is why it's called a dad joke, to their children. yeah, dad joke. Let me type that for you when I can get back on the screen again. There we go. Yeah, so it's a joke that's usually made by fathers. I'm really struggling with cambly today. I don't know what's wrong with it. Oh, there we go. So dad joke. So the two things about a dad joke is that one is that they are relatively easy to understand because they're aimed at children, and the other thing is that they often are not very funny. So they're still a joke, but they're not very funny.
No, I want funny one.
Well, I'll give you, because we talked about puns and homonyms, I'll give you another one, which is how can you tell if a joke is a dad joke? How can you tell if a joke is a dad joke? You have to.
You said that it's for kids and it's not so funny.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the joke answer is because it's apparent.
Okay.
Now you can see how it's not funny, but you see, apparent is very close to parent, and the dad is a parent. So
okay.
Apparent, yeah, they're not funny dad jokes, but anyway, that's the sort of way that you can use them. So apparent and a parent. Okay, so they're not quite the same thing, but they're near enough. And yeah, that's the other thing, that quite often when you hear a dad joke or a really bad joke, you groan, you give a groan response. So do you know the word groan? Do you know what groan means?
Increasing?
No, groan is an emotion or an expression, a noise that you make when you've heard something bad. And
okay.
Here in the UK, we go, oh, like that. When you hear something really bad, you go, oh, like that. That is a groan. Yeah. So when you tell a really bad joke, you go, oh. So feel free to use that if you hear any more bad ones. I'm quite happy for you to say that. Okay. So if we do another pun, because the thing about puns is that a lot of them are really old jokes that have been around for years and years, but you can update them. You can make them more modern with things that are coming in. So I recently told people this joke, which is that I was very disappointed with the film Thor. Yeah, have you heard of the film Thor?
No.
This is another problem we have, because a lot of jokes are culturally specific. But there is a film called Thor, which is a superhero film, and it's spelled like that.
Teach me some easy and light jokes, means my Indian friends can understand if I tell them or if I crack joke. Otherwise, what are you teaching? I cannot use it in my daily life or with my friends.
Okay, I'm trying to explain to you how jokes work. Yeah.
Yes.
And this is something that you could use, because I don't know any Indian films, but I am sure that there are similar things where there's a film that's got a title that you could have a homonym with. Yeah. So the word Thor, let me tell you the joke first of all. Then it's not going to be easy if you don't know the film. But I said I was very upset with the film Thor because I thought it was going to be a sequel to Frozen. Okay, now you've heard of the film Frozen?
No.
No. Okay, again, it's culturally specific. Okay, so the joke is that Frozen is a very famous film in the UK and in the US. It was out a few years ago, and when things are frozen, like ice, what you need for it to happen when it gets warmer is it begins to thaw. So thaw comes after being frozen. Yeah.
Okay.
But these two films have got nothing to do with each other. That's the joke. Yeah, I can see. Yeah. Okay, so do you know any other hominins? Can you think of any?
No.
No, none at all.
Frozen, chili, cold, chilling,
Chili?
freezing.
Yeah, chili. They're simonins. I think, yeah, maybe getting confused between simonin and hominins. So a simonin is another word for the same thing. Yes, so frozen, chili, cold, yeah, they're all synonyms. But hominin is a word that sounds the same but has a different meaning. But chili is one because chili, like you say, means cold, but you could also eat chilies, can't you? You have them in Indian cooking. So
Yes.
a chili can be hot and it can be cold. There's probably a dad joke in that. What is hot and cold at the same time? Answer, chili. I just made that up. But you could use that. That would be a good joke.
Okay.
Okay. So when we ask a question, like I did, how do you tell a dad joke? That is also called a riddle. Okay. And lots of children like riddles. So let me.
I want to crack jokes in my friends, so teach me some.
Do your friends speak?
Easy.
Do your friends speak English?
Yes, few of them.
Okay then. So the very oldest joke that I know of is this one. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Chicken cross the road. Okay.
You don't know?
No.
There's the answer.
To get the other side.
Now that is probably the oldest joke I know. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that kind of joke, which I can tell in front of my friends or just make fun if suppose I think if environment is getting tense or something, that time I can crack joke.
Okay. So there's lots of riddles. The other riddle that we use, because sometimes you want to actually make it clear that you're telling a joke, and the other way of doing that is to use a format. So a format joke, the main one that, or not the main one, but one that we use is something called knock knock jokes. So knock knock is the sound you make when you're knocking on the door. Yeah. Knock,
yes.
Knock knock, and you say, this is the format. You say, who's there? So I'll go knock knock.
Who's there?
Isabel. And then you say, Isabel who?
Isabel who?
Isabel necessary on a bicycle.
Okay.
Isabel is a girl's name.
Okay.
Here. So Isabel, you're expecting me to say Isabel Smith or Isabel Jones. Isabel necessary on a bicycle. Because you have bells on bicycles, of course. Like horns on cars. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
I could not understand it. Isabel necessary on a bicycle.
Yeah.
Isabel is the name of that girl.
Yeah.
And why she's saying necessary on a bicycle?
Is a bell necessary on a bicycle?
Okay, Isabel is a name, and when we dissect it, is a bell.
Is a bell. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Is a bell necessary on a bicycle? And it sounds exactly the same as Isabel. The name.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I think you get the hang of this. Good. Okay. I mean, I think the important thing about telling jokes in English is that you really do need to have a good vocabulary, and you need to be able to think laterally, not literally about things. Yeah, you need to make that jump from one thing to another quite quickly.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's try another riddle then. Why do elephants paint their toenails red?
Please type it.
Okay. Now this is one where you're flagging up that it's definitely a joke, because you wouldn't ask that question in normal life. So why do elephants paint
Paint nail.
their toenails? Could be their fingernails as well. Doesn't matter. But toenails red.
Ah. Why do elephants paint their toenails? No, I cannot understand.
You don't know?
No.
Okay. So the answer is so they can hide in cherry trees.
Oh.
Okay.
That's nice.
Now, the thing about this joke is that it has another level to it, because I would then say to you, have you ever seen an elephant in a cherry tree? And your answer would be, have you ever seen
No.
it? Exactly. That shows that painting their toenails works.
Yes. Now I can understand.
Okay, so that sometimes you can do that. You can make joke after joke after joke after joke. Yeah. All right. Okay. How about? I mean, I'm saying that culturally specific. I don't know. In the UK, a lot of jokes are about things going into bars and pubs.
Okay.
So we've got one. So again, it's silly. You know it's not real because I'm telling you something that can't happen. Okay? So this one is a bear walks into a pub. Okay? And you know that that's not real because that would never happen. Yeah? Bear walks into a pub. Okay, and this bear asks for, he goes to the barman and he says, can I have a pint of beer, please?
Okay.
So can I have a pint of beer, please? And the barman says, why the big pause? Now then, that's another one of these homophones, because pause and pause, yeah, sounds the same, but means different things.
Bear walk into pub and he asked for beer.
Right? Asks for, so you need to put a gap in somewhere, because that's the pause. Yeah? The pause means a gap between two things. It means something, you stop for a certain amount of time, doesn't it? That's what it means. Yes. So, there goes into a pub and he asks for a pint of beer. So then the barman can say, why the big pause? Now, of course, pause also means the hands. Yeah, the pause is on the feet, the hands and feet of a bear or a dog or any other animal, but we'll use a bear because that's sillier. Yeah, dogs do walk into pubs, bears don't, so it's easier to use a bear. So big pause. Yeah, so you can use that one. Okay. That is one you can definitely use with your friends.
I can understand vocab of this joke, but exactly joke I couldn't understand. Bear walk into the pub. He asked for a beer, and the barman said, "Pause." That final line I couldn't understand.
All right.
POWS, pose means the hand and pause means gap. But
Yeah.
what is the exact joke?
Okay. Why the big paws? Okay, so the bear has got big hands. Yeah? Okay.
Mhm.
But what I'm saying is you need to put a gap in somewhere. I can't type that gap. You have to hear it. So a bear goes into a bar and says, "Can I have a pint of beer, please?" Okay? So a pint of, then there's a big gap, then beer. That big gap is called a pause.
Okay. Pint of beers. Pint of beers means
Pints of beer is the amount. A pint is an amount of beer. So you could say a glass of beer if that's easier, or
okay.
you could change the joke and make it a cafe. Whatever's good for. Is it India you come from?
Okay. When he was talking, he took a long pause.
That's it.
Give me a glass of beer, and that barman asked him why the pause, big pause.
Why the big
Means
paws? Because a bear has
means
got big paws. So why the big
so
paws?
actually he was asked for that pause he was speaking, and means we can relate with that pause and the gap he was speaking with.
That's it. So it's a play on the word pause. Yeah, you're using pause as in a big delay in something, and you're using pause in terms of the big hands that a bear has. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's also
Keep posting some kind of joke daily, means I can understand. If I book another lesson, means at that time I will have some clarity with those things.
okay. Well, we can have a go at that then. Yeah, I don't know if I can manage a joke a day, but I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
But yeah, it's made me think. I mean, quite often I have to check because I post jokes to other cambly tutors, which is probably where
Same joke post on my message box.
I only do it once a week. But the thing is, with those jokes, I have to even check those to make sure that people in America understand them, or Canada, or Australia, because jokes are so culturally specific that I might write something and they may not understand it in America or the United States. They may not understand it in Australia. Yeah, because they're so culturally specific jokes. It's a really hard
If
one.
I do not understand, I'll ask you.
Okay. Let's have a look and see if we can move on. Okay, how about this one? This one's a bit, I don't know if it'd be any easier, but we'll try it. A man walks into a pub or walks into a cafe with a giraffe.
Okay.
Okay. So he has a few drinks, and the giraffe has a few drinks, and then the man starts to walk out, leaving the animal behind. Yeah? And the barman says, "You can't leave that lying here." And the man says, "That's not a lion, it's a giraffe."
Lying means he was lying.
Lying here, yeah, lying down, lying here. So you can't leave that lying
he said
here.
he's not lying, he's a giraffe. Okay.
It's not a lie. So in this case, it's lying down, and lie on. So again, it's not. It's a close thing. It's not a complete homophone. It's a close. The words are close in it, but they have different.
Or it can be lying or lie. Sorry.
Sorry, yes, it should be lying. Yeah.
Lie on.
And lion is lie on. Yeah. Lying. I think
you cannot lie on.
Yeah, you can't leave it lying here. Yeah.
Line.
Yeah. And then the man says, "It's not a lion, it's a giraffe. It's not a lion." So it's a play on the word lying and lie on. Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand. Slowly, I'll get it.
Yeah, it comes. It takes time. These things are not quick. But yeah, so yeah, the other thing is because they are culturally specific, you sometimes have to be a little bit careful. If you're making a joke about one culture from another culture, sometimes it could upset people. So you do have to be a little bit careful.
Yeah.
I might send you, there's a video of a Japanese woman making jokes about the British. Okay.
You must be upset.
And she talks about the fact, now I don't know if you've come across this before, but there is a word or an ending that we use, which is ish. Have you come across that? Ish?
Yes, yes.
So we,
Blackish, reddish, 12ish, 11ish.
exactly. So she's Japanese and her culture, they don't have that because she says that in Japanese culture, everything is precise. You don't have approximations. So you don't have 11ish. If you're going to meet somebody, you meet them at 11. You don't meet them at 11ish.
Okay.
And the joke is that she says that we do this because we are British.
Ish.
Ish.
That's why you say 11ish, reddish, pinkish, blackish.
Exactly, because ish is ingrained into us, yeah? Because we are British. And you could even say, I mean, I'm English, and of course, I'm living in Scotland, and the people here are Scottish. So, it goes even wider. Yeah.
People feel happy, they laugh or they disappoint.
I think most people will. I think jokes cheer people up, even if they're not very good jokes. And even if it's a joke that makes you go, which was a groan, if you remember. Yeah. Even jokes that make you groan, I think people still enjoy them, even though they're not very good. Yeah. Okay. We've only got a minute or so left. Is there anything you want to ask me? Anything you don't understand or anything you want to ask?
Tell me again of groan. Already you have told me, but I forgot.
Groan is that noise that we make when we think something is really bad. Yeah. So it's that. That's a groan. That's the word
Okay.
for it. Yeah, that's what it's called. Okay.
So
Anything
I
else?
think I think I think I'll be able to understand jokes, but I think I should read some jokes, or you just keep posting me. I'll keep it reading, and slowly I'll understand, and then I'll be able to use in my conversation.
It'd be interesting to look at some Indian jokes. Yeah, because I bet there's quite a few. Yeah. Okay. And maybe translate those into English. That'd be interesting. Okay.
Yes.
It's been nice to see you again. All right. And hopefully might see you in the future. Okay.
Yes, yes, sure.
All right then. So you take care and yeah, hopefully see you later. Okay.
Okay, okay. Bye. Good
Bye
night.
bye now.